Good evening, everyone. I'm Stephanie Dixon on day 5 of the IPC Swimming World Championships in Montreal. Last night, Canada made a statement to the world. Our seasoned veterans Benoit Huot and Valerie Grand-Maison delivered gold medal performances to inspire the nation. This evening, we are going to see some new faces of up-and-coming talent. Inspired by their teammates, can the help of the hometown crowd take these young athletes to new levels as they make their debut on the world scene? And now, enjoy the next half hour of more inspiring performances.
Well, good evening from me, Nick Gillingham, here at the IPC Swimming World Championships in Montreal. We have 23 finals this evening, and as ever, I'm joined by Paul Noble. Good evening, Paul.
Hi, Nick. Yeah. Men's 100 meters butterfly S11. Aichi Kimura goes in 5 from Japan. Donovan Tilsley, the experienced Canadian, goes in lane 6. Can he get in the medals? And Sergio Zayas from Argentina completes the 6 finalists in this men's 100 butterfly S11. World record held by Enhamed Enhamed from Spain, set in the Beijing Paralympic Games in 2008. An impressive time of 101.12. Donovan Tilsley psyching himself up here. Be great if the Canadian can get on the medal podium for this home crowd. Good start though by Kaiichi Kimura from Japan. First off the blocks. This is the S11 class. Swimmers have no vision whatsoever. All the swimmers wearing blacked out goggles, so none of the swimmers have light perception. They cannot see any of the markings on the pool. It's a great start though. Very, very fast start by the Russian Alexander Chekarov. In fact, it's Israel Oliver first to the turn. You see the tappers there showing the swimmers where they're coming into the wall, coming into the turn, and there will be tappers at the finish end also. So, great start there for Israel Oliver. Can anyone come back there? Maschenko coming back in the center of the pool. The Ukrainian swimmer, Kaiichi Kimura, also in the hunt. It could well be 3 swimmers all in a line there as they come into the last 10 meters. Looks like Maschenko from Ukraine coming through, and it is Israel Oliver still fighting on the finish. Oh, what a finish! And Maschenko gets it, 103.32. But it was a blanket finish between Maschenko, Israel Oliver, who took the silver, and Kaiichi Kimura with a new Asian record taking the bronze. Chekarov in 4th, and Donovan Tilsley in 5th position for Canada.
Donovan, we chatted with you earlier this week and you were telling us that the Hunter Fly was your main event. What was your expectation going into the final tonight?
Well, I wanted to at least place where I came in, and I think I came in 4th and came out 5th, so maybe didn't quite do that, but just looking at the time, I think I'm maybe just about a second slower from what I did in London. So overall, like, heck, obviously a 3rd place finish would have been great, but I'm very happy about this particular race.
Your race went straight to finals. You didn't have enough competitors to swim it this morning. How difficult is that to get yourself up and not have much to gauge it on?
You know, Steph, is actually, I was thinking about that yesterday after my 100 free, and especially for 100, it's very difficult because so many things, especially for an S11, can go awry for 100. Look, if you saw my race yesterday, you saw I was at one lane and then bounced over to the other side, and having the chance to swim that once kind of gets the butterflies out of the system. But heck, this is what we're stuck with, this is what we got, and you just got to step up and do the absolute best you can with what you have.
Donovan, our viewers at home are seeing 2 extra people at either end of the pool working with you on your race. Can you explain to us what their role is with your race?
These folks are called tappers, so basically it's their job to whack me on the head with this plastic stick with a foam Q-tip on the end so that I don't run into the wall. And believe me, that hurts because I've done that before.
Thank you so much, Donovan.
Thank you, Steph.
You're one of the most decorated Paralympic athletes of all time. 19 Paralympic medals, over 3 Paralympic games. Where did your journey start?
So I was born missing my right leg, and my parents did a fantastic job and to believe that I could do anything. I had an able-bodied brother, and they wanted to raise me the exact same. So at 2 years old, they put me into a swimming pool, and it was incredible because I turned into a little fish. And ever since I was 2 years old, the water has been my most favorite place on the planet. And I think a main reason is because it was the only place I was without crutches, I was without a prosthetic leg, I was free to just be me with my body and explore what I was able to do.
Why are you not still competing? What are you doing now?
You know what? It was in 2009. I recognized that being a mentor to the younger up-and-coming athletes meant more to me than my world record performance. So I knew in that moment it was time to be on the other side. And so I retired from swimming as an athlete and got on the other side of the pool deck as a coach and moved up to the north of Canada where they don't see many Olympic, never see Paralympic athletes, and I felt like it was a place I could really make an impact. So for the last 2 years, I've been coaching young kids.
I've heard that you like to do a winter sport. Maybe make it to Sochi.
In the Yukon at -40, there's nothing to do but to embrace the winter. And so going from swimming, I decided to transfer my love of water into a bit of a different medium. And so I got involved in cross-country skiing, and I just loved it. And just like swimming, it was about the love of the sport, and it's brought out my competitive side. And so I'm training away and hoping for a spot in Sochi.
Well, Stephanie, thanks for being here in Montreal, and thank you for being such a good friend and an inspiration, a true inspiration for all of us Canadians. Thanks.
Women's 100 butterfly in the S8 class. Jessica Long from the USA, the world record holder, goes in 4. Amelie Winter from Denmark is the first swimmer we see in lane 1. Madison Elliott from Australia in lane 2. The Ukrainian silver medalist in London, Katerina Istomina, goes in lane 3. Next to the Paralympic champion, Jessica Long from the USA. Stephanie Slater from Great Britain, her international debut here in Montreal this week. The European record holder in 5. Jiang Shenyang from China, the bronze medalist from London in 6. Morgan Bird from Canada in 7. And Kuznetsova from Russia in lane number 8.
Well, what can Stephanie Slater do next door to the powerful Jessica Long of the USA? Less than a second separating these two, but Istomina in 3. She's going to be in there. Jessica Long has been in great form all week. In lane number 5, Slater going so well for Great Britain at the moment.
Stephanie Slater really getting off the blocks well there, as you would expect, ahead of Jessica Long there. Jessica Long, a lower limb disability, expect to get her off the start slower than Slater, who's using the 2 legs that Slater has. So it's the 2 one-armed swimmers, Slater and Istomina, 0.15 separating them. Long now, half a second behind the 2 at the turn. It's going to be between these 3, and Jessica Long making a move for the finish.
Jessica Long now, and she is really powerful inside the final 20 metres, but Slater and Istomina, Long and Slater, this is going to be a dramatic finish. Jessica Long now, the USA, lane number 4, digging in deep with those powerful double arms that are coming through the water surface. A touch home and she takes gold, 69.79 for a new world record. Didn't Slater swim well in lane number 5? My goodness, what a performance. It was silver for Slater, 1:10.12. Oh, and just 6/100ths of a second, Istomina takes the bronze.
Morgan, we just had a really exciting race with 2 girls under the old world record mark. Did that serve as inspiration and motivation for you to lower your own Canadian mark tonight?
Yeah, you know, I've been trying to get under 120 for ages now, and it just feels so good to finally be able to do that in Montreal at World Championships. It's just, I'm so happy with that race.
And what was your race strategy? Walk us through your race a little bit.
Well, first of all, my coach told me to just think of positive things, because negative things, just your brain can't process that. And strategy-wise, I just kept long and strong for the first 50 because I knew that I always die on the last 15 meters of my race. It never fails, and so I plan to like save that energy that I use on that I need on the last 50 and took it from the first 50 instead and just went for it until the finish.
Congratulations, great job, Morgan.
Thank you.
Jessica, a new world record, and we've seen your face so many times. You've been setting world records for years. Was having the other girl beside you there, who also was under the old world record mark, is that what pushed you to get it again tonight?
Definitely pushed me. I think this year, you know, my coach and I just really worked on the 100 fly. That was the one thing that we really tried to improve, and I put a lot of effort into that. And coming into this race, we had a meeting, and we decided last minute to swim that event. So I'm really proud and really happy that I did end up swimming it. And that's one thing that I have worked on. So to go under 110 finally, it's very exciting.
Congratulations, Jessica.
Thank you.
Start list for the men's 400 freestyle in the S13 class. Two Canadians in this one, Nicholas Guy Turbide and Devin Gottel go in 1 and 7. First swimmer to be introduced for this 400 freestyle in the S13 class, Nicholas Guy Turbide from Canada, the host nation. Well supported here. Golentovsky from Russia goes in lane number 2. Charles Bauer from South Africa, he could well be a threat. He goes in lane 3, but can anyone challenge the old conquering Ihar Boki, the world record holder, in lane number 4. Densenko from Ukraine goes in lane number 5, and Daniel Holt in 6. Devin Gottel from Canada goes in 7, and Andrei Bukov goes in lane number 8. Charles Bauer and Yaroslav Denisenko, he will be the best place to do that, but can the Canadians challenge for the medals in this, the men's 400 freestyle S13 class, with swimmers with a visual impairment, swimmers who are partially sighted? The big names in the middle, out fast. Charles Bauer for South Africa in the green cap. Next to Ihar Boki, a world record holder from Belarus, and Yaroslav Denisenko from Ukraine could well be first to the wall as they come to the first 50. Ihar Boki, we're definitely on for a world record swim here. Is it going to go to Ihar Boki or Yaroslav Denisenko? The world record stands at 3:58.78. Ihar Boki coming back now, but Denisenko fighting back, but the big man from Belarus looks like he's got the better of the man from Ukraine in lane 5. Ihar Boki is the stronger. How can we ever doubt him? He's coming home. It's going to be a fantastic time for the Belarusian, a new world record by something like 3 seconds. He was made to fight all the way with that one, but a great gold medal for Ihar Boki. He takes it. Denisenko in second position from Ukraine, and Charles Bauer from South Africa coming in now for the third position. The bronze medal goes to South Africa, and the two Canadians coming in 6th and 8th place, maybe 6th and 7th place, as Nicholas Guy Turbide picks it up in the closing stages. Devin Gottel in 6th position, 4:23.51, and Nicholas Guy Turbide fighting with Andrei Bukov. 7th place goes to the Canadian, 8th place to the Russian.
Devin, this is your first race of the World Championships. You placed 6th in the 400-meter freestyle. You're really close to a best time. How are you feeling about your race?
Well, it was great. This is a very difficult year for everybody. We're coming off of a Paralympic year, and this is completely new ground for everyone in the para world.
You grew up with your older sister, Chelsea, being a very decorated Paralympic swimmer. Did she serve as motivation for you in your career?
Well, absolutely, when we were younger, for sure. When I first started swimming, I didn't really think it would go anywhere. It was just some pastime, and I seen what Chelsea was doing when she went off to Sydney in year 2000, and it's like, wow, that could be me as well one day, and decided to give it a try, and it was just some stepping stones from there.
Thank you so much, Devin.
You're very welcome.
Nicholas, this is your first big international competition here in Montreal. You made a best time this morning. You made a final in tonight. This must be just an incredible experience for you.
It is, and I wasn't expecting at all to make the finals tonight. And I swam this morning like it was my final, so as far as I can go. And it was quite hard tonight to do the same thing as this morning, but I'm quite happy with my race.
You got your feet wet tonight with the 400 freestyle, but I hear your main event is still coming up, the 100 backstroke. What is your race plan for that?
My race plan is actually the first 50 go pretty hard. Second 50 just open a kick, try harder what I have left, and that's pretty much it. Go best time.
Good luck, Nicholas.
So next up, the women's 100 metres freestyle S7. Lane number 2 there, Halevi, representing Israel, on 1971 to qualify. Next door to Palian of Ukraine. She swam very quick this morning. Courtney Jordan in 4th for USA, the clear favourite, 1:11.63. But Susanna Rogers of Great Britain, well, she's on 1:12.57 and she's in great form this week. Oksana Gasiva goes in 6th for the Russian Federation. And here we have Sarah Meehan of Canada in lane 7 to complete the lineup.
Jordan will be the favourite for this one. She's won gold in the 50, she's won gold in the 400. Palian was very quick in the relay for the Ukrainian team, so let's see if Palian can get up alongside Jordan, and Susie Rogers is going well in lane 5 for Great Britain. Very, very tight here, but Susie Rogers has got out well for the GB team, level with Courtney Jordan at the moment.
And Gasiva was going very well for the first 30 metres, just fading back a little bit. But Susanna Rogers in lane number 5, Jordan in 4, 34.57 for Jordan, just 0.2 of a second. Palian still going very well. There's a half a second in it. Rogers, Jordan, Palian now into her own, perhaps Jordan. In lane number 4, Rogers slipping back a little bit for Great Britain. She's trying to get back, but Jordan made a break and now she's half a body length clear. Jordan, Rogers coming back. Can she do it? It's tight. She's going to be inside the final 5.
It is Courtney Jordan bringing them home. Susie Rogers tried everything she had, but Courtney Jordan will be the champion for the 3rd time this week. Susie Rogers had an excellent swim there, tried all the way down, but Courtney Jordan was just too strong at the end of the day. 1:13.03 for Rogers, 1:11.75 for Courtney Jordan. What a championship.
Sarah, a 6th place finish in the 100 freestyle. How are you feeling about your race?
Well, you know, I went in and I tried as hard as I could. I didn't get the results I wanted, but you know what, I gave it my all, and that's all you can ask for.
You had a 3rd place finish last night, your first international medal. How hard is it to come down off of those emotions?
Oh, pretty hard. I can tell you I stayed up pretty late, you know. But, you know, you just got to refocus for every race, and that's one thing we train for.
We had such a big night for Canada last night. 2 gold, 2 silver, and a bronze. What's the atmosphere in the Canadian team?
Oh man, it is high. Like everybody is so excited, and some of those medals came out of nowhere. So everybody feels like there's this whole new level of excitement, and everybody can do anything.
Thank you so much, Sarah. And we're here with Craig McCord, the head coach of the Canadian team. Craig, we're halfway through the meet now. Can you tell us a little bit about how Team Canada's doing?
You know what, we're doing really, really well. Our target was 11 medals, and after 5 days, we've got 11 medals with 2 days to go and a really strong last 2 days to finish up the competition. Probably one of the most pleasant surprises has been how some of the young kids have stepped up. Kids like Danielle Kisser, Sarah Mahane winning a medal, and my biggest surprise so far, and the biggest smile I've had so far, was that relay last night where those 4 girls stepped up and won a silver medal in a very exciting race. So we're looking really, really good. Our veterans are doing a great job. It's always great to see Benoit stand up and do what he does so very, very well and execute a great race. And for him to win on home soil, it's like I said earlier, it's tough to win here in Canada, right? There's more pressure here than there ever is anywhere else in the world when you're on home soil. So our guys have really stepped on and done a really good job.
And now I know that you guys plan a couple years ahead, so where are we sitting here in this cycle?
Right now, in year one, first time World Championships have ever been in the first year after the Paralympic Games, and we've got some great performances. We've got kids swimming as fast as they did in London or faster, and as we head down the rest of the quad, next year we're going to be in somewhere in western United States to do the Pan Pacific Swimming Championships, probably down in California. Year 3 will be World Championships in Glasgow, Scotland, and 12 days later we come back to Canada and we'll compete in Toronto in the Pan Games. And then we obviously have Rio in 2016. And the other thing we got to add in, we'll be a small team going into Glasgow for Commonwealth Games in next year in 2014.
Sounds like you have a really busy couple years ahead of you. Good luck to you and the team.
Thanks, Steph.
This evening, we saw many new up-and-coming Canadian rising stars fight to get closer to those podium finishes. Tomorrow, you don't want to miss out as our Canadian medalists return. Benoit Huot, Aurélie Rivard, and Brianna Nelson once again fight to increase our medal tally for Canada. I'm Stephanie Dixon. Good night.